going in and out of the teacher's classroom, and just kind of, not as much like I told them it is, and I am evaluating what they're doing, but basically I'm looking at the kids. I learned from some information that you gave me early in the summer. When I go in the classroom now, I just don't only listen to the teacher teach. I listen to them, but I go around and ask the kid, what y'all working on today? What you supposed to be learning here? And when a kid can sit down and elaborate and explain to me what's going on in that classroom, I know that teacher is doing a good job with the instruction in the classroom. I went to a class the other day and asked the student a question, and it just blew me away how the kid responded, told me exactly what they were doing in class and the reason why they were doing it. And the teacher had them working in groups. The teacher didn't even know I asked that kid that question. But that one I know that, that we are headed in the right direction. We still got a ways to go. But when kids can sit down and tell you exactly what's going on in class and why they doing what they doing, that tells me that, all the labor that the hard work that we put it in is going to pay off. It may be a time-consuming thing, but it's going to eventually pay off.
Pretty much we use the data to data, whichever one you want to say. Ms. Cooper and I, we use it to gauge like where the kids are going to come into the class, especially with the AP classes. We know like how we have to start off, whether we need to teach certain writing skills or reading skills. We used it last semester. We used the data from last semester to get a better understanding of how to give the AP kids our U.S. History EOC. The U.S. History EOC is somewhat watered down, real basic stuff. And a lot of times, like, it's not stuff that you focus on when you're in an AP class because you're trying to cover the more advanced stuff, trying to get the kids ready to take the AP exam. They do a lot of writing, and sometimes they overlook some of the simpler stuff. But you take for granted that they know it, when in essence some of them don't. And we use it this year to get a better understanding of how to incorporate that information that's usually on the EOC with stuff that we give in the AP classes. And I think we both done a better job of it this year. I blame myself for last year because she didn't have any AP classes, so I have to take the blame for it. But I think we're doing a lot better this year, and I think the English teachers have done a better job with the writing because the kids we got are better writers, and they're continuing to get better, but they're not great, but they're gonna get there, we hope.
You'll be getting this assessment probably 3 or 4 times throughout the year. Like, you're going to have it again April 15th. And so April 15th when you take it, hopefully we'll see that yellow move up into the green. And maybe some of those greens move up into the blue, right? Because now you know exactly what you need to focus on. Okay? So if you start looking at your own information, what's specific to men's, nobody else but you, and if you are able to start using that in a lot of your classes, it helps you take responsibility and know what you need to know. Because the teacher can't, if she has 60 students, she can't keep all that in her head. She can have a general idea of where the class is, but you can keep all of your information in your head, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you see why we're doing this?
Yes.
You're really lucky that we're doing this. We just started it. Okay?
Well, on an individual basis, you basically do it with, as far as history class, as far as the reading levels. But it's just like I said, Ms. Cooper and I, when we did our unit plan, just like we based it on where we would come in. Like, we looked at the kids she had, the kids that I had, and got an understanding of where they were. Especially when I forgot the name of it, the testing thing that they did a little while ago, to gauge like where their reading level was. And we both used that. She used it a lot more than I did, and I had to get some ideas from her on how she was using it, but she uses it really well. And I guess that's a good thing to understand where kids are when they come into your class.
It's just good to sit down with these kids, and when they come to the principal's office, they think they're automatically in trouble. But when you come down, you start telling them, hey, we come here to talk about your test score. We're talking about academic, we're not talking about discipline issue. We're talking about academic issue. It's what we're trying to get at this school. We're trying to focus on the academic side. We want to change, and I keep telling everybody we're gonna do it. we're gonna change this school into a culture of learning and a culture where when kids come in, they're gonna be kids who gonna take responsibility for their learning.